needed to be out of California. It did not make any sense to move from Sacramento to fucking expensive ass LA. I was like, I can't. I'm not going to live on Skid Row. So let me go to Baby Skid Row. Let me go to Baby Skid Row and move to Vegas. I had no idea that this was such a transient ass town, but that's not the point. And I have to say that I've been here a year technically as of September 13th. So it's a year and two days. This was my first week in Vegas this time last year. And I have to say that I am extremely grateful that things have worked out as they have, because I knew cost of living and minimum wage was way less than California. And one of the things that I struggled with is I don't have a college degree. I don't have, like, if I were to, pick up and relocate somewhere, I'm applying for entry-level positions, honestly, truly, I don't believe I sell myself that well. So entry level is the type of positions that I would apply for. So I kind of put it in my mind that the amount of money that I would be making out here was not the important part. As long as I am able to, provide the important things, shelter and food. I had transportation, keep that running. Then I would be good no matter what, happens. So when I get out here, I kind of relaxed for a little bit. I didn't start looking for a job until like a month or so later, like in October. And that actually went pretty smooth. I applied for a temp agency that I usually work with in California. They put me somewhere really quick, and it was a good starting pay, and it ended up being like I got hired on permanent, so it went from temp to permanent. But then I found myself in the same situation where I was like, okay, this is not what I want to do. I can't. I'm a person who's very like big and like with energy, and like the different vibes from people or being in certain situations, it really, really affects me. And so I couldn't stay at the job that I was at. So I actually put my 30-day notice in, and the motherfuckers was like, well, you know what? It's too much sensitive information. We're going to go ahead and let you go, or we're going to go ahead and end the position with you right now, today. So I was like, okay, that's no problem with me. In fact, you did me a favor, because I have no job. I was just going to quit and figure out where I was going to end up once I had to pay rent the following month. But since technically I was let go, let me go ahead and file this unemployment. So that worked out. And then I filed unemployment for California, and instead of Nevada, because I think they was bootsy as far as what they was trying to give me. So I was like, no, let me go ahead and do my stuff in California. So that worked out. I didn't have to worry about rent or any of the essentials. And on top of that, my cousin decided she had wanted to come and test out the waters for Vegas. So I'm not working. Here comes another person who is going to be putting in on the household bills. So I can't do anything but be appreciative and thankful for timing. Like, just being positive and allowing things to take place on its own time. So my cousin comes, and then I also end up getting another job kind of quick after that. And honestly, I could have fucking stayed on unemployment instead. I could have stayed on fucking unemployment instead of working that goddamn job, because I was making the same exact money. And in fact, I was making less working, but the type of person that I am, I really didn't want to sit back and do nothing and just collect an unemployment check, so I went with the job. Eventually, I started to see certain things. Like, I cannot work in a place that is not focused on like integrity or like doing the right thing, or respect for their customers and like employees and business, like just respect for being a corporation. And I felt really disrespected at the amount of money that I was being paid, the work that I was doing, and the atmosphere that I had to do it in. So I started looking for another job, and I ended up getting called in for an interview at a job that I had actually applied for in 2012. That was going to be my transition, or that was what was going to relocate me from Sacramento to Vegas, because I had originally wanted to move back then. But I couldn't make it out here to do the interview, and they didn't offer over the phone interviews. In fact, you had to come in, do a customer service test, do a typing test, and then you would do your face-to-face interview. And so I couldn't get down here when they had requested, so opportunity missed. I applied again in like 2014, but I didn't get a response to that application. Fast forward 2017, I was working, and I just was like, you know what? I have to move to Vegas. So I made the decision to quit my job. I put in my 30-day notice, left that, took my savings, and then relocated to Las Vegas. So I got the opportunity again to interview for this company, and honestly, I interviewed with them 2 days in a row for 2 different positions. I was applying. I had, like, if I log on to my my profile with them, I had like 6 different positions I had applied for that was open, and I was interviewing for. No, I'm officially going to be an employee here. I don't know where, what department, but come on, because I'm ready, right? So I do the interviews, and I'm waiting to hear something back. I don't hear anything back. No emails, no nothing. Well, no email, so that's a good thing, right? You don't want that. Unfortunately, you don't want that email. Um, so I'm just sitting there like time is passing, and each day I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to quit this job. I'm gonna have to quit this job, and I'm gonna have to figure out what the hell I'm gonna be doing. Some DoorDash, some Uber. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I'm not gonna work here. Um, some things happen with my cousin. She ends up going back to, or well, she tells me she's gonna be going back to Sacramento on, it was Tuesday, I believe it was a Tuesday, and she tells me, yeah, it was Tuesday. She tells me she's going back to California on Thursday. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, all right, let me figure out what I'm gonna do. I already paid my rent. It was September, this was September 4th. Okay, rent is paid for this month. I'm really not feeling this job. I'm waiting for information back for a position that's going to be starting on the 10th. I don't have no word back from them yet. So I'm kind of in like panic mode, like what the hell am I gonna do? I don't want to feel like I gotta be stuck at this job now because I gotta carry these bills and, you know, make it work. So again, out of everything, I think as long as you stay positive and focus on the resolution, not the, you know, not dwell on the problem or the issue, but really just focus on getting to a resolution or a plan, everything will work out. So, and that was pretty much what I did. After I got off work, I had to go to class. This was the first day, the start of this damn real estate class. And I'm driving to class, I get an email notification. And it's the job because they actually had called me and hired me contingent as like a standby. So I'm waiting, trying to figure out like who the hell, the class was full. But I'm just on standby. So I'm thinking to myself like, damn, I hope somebody don't pass their drug test. I hope somebody don't clear their background. But at the same time, I don't really be wanting to wish nothing bad like that or like missed opportunities for people. But at the same time, like, damn, where the hell I'm gonna need to get in where I can fit in, right? And so Tuesday I'm headed to class and I get the email. You're good to go. So report Monday at 7:45. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm done with that last job. I go the next day. I put in my notice. Sorry, it's Wednesday. Friday I can't come. Monday I won't be returning. And I just felt like, you know, going back to timing, just focusing on making sure that through each situation, because things have been up and down this past year, and it always works out. And I think that's one of the things that helps me to continue moving forward with, you know, this new environment, this new place to live. But yeah, I'm just excited for what I have been able to overcome this past year and what I will be able to complete coming in the future. So I don't know, just focus on positivity and putting in the work, basically.